A fun episode to watch, but I don't think I've got that much to say about it because once these two groups went to their respective beaches after the challenge and then started doing their thing, it became obvious that there's two primary targets. And over time, both groups seem to do what you would expect them to do, albeit the group that was sent to the old Uwa slash Green Tribe Beach, that was a little less predictable, especially given what did happen at Tribal, because I don't really get Shan's logic, along with Ricard's, because Ricard was campaigning to vote out Nasir, and that Heather is no threat to them, and yet he decides to vote for Heather, and then Shan decides to split her vote. So, and then on the revote, which interestingly had 4 votes, not 3, which shows that if you play the extra vote and you're one of the people on the re-vote, at least it seems like that the extra vote is kept in that situation. So, but then on the revote, everyone votes for Nasir, which shows that that was the plan all along. So it really seems like a waste of an advantage. Now, the argument could be, well, this advantage is becoming too much of an issue. We're just going to get rid of it. Well, why would you use it at Tribal? It would have been so much easier to just take that extra vote paperwork out of your bag and then just throw it in the fire or pull a gaboon, wade out into the water, and then chuck the bottle. If you wait for the right time with the tide, wouldn't that get rid of it? It just seems like an odd way to waste the advantage. Alright. I'm not going to discuss the challenge because we have seen this before. San Juan del Sur, David vs. Goliath, albeit I think in San Juan del Sur they could take their hands off. I don't remember now. Right. I've already talked about how I feel about them splitting into 2 groups of 2 and how I'm conflicted, so I don't need to do that again. Did I think it was more likely to be Nasir going? Before Tribal, no. At Tribal, yes. So then that's that. Then, the other group, that was a little more interesting, but at the same time, I never really got the vibe that Danny was on board for keeping Evie and that it would have to be Deshawn. But even at Tribal, Danny didn't give any real indication that he had flipped, though I did feel like that there was a possibility that things had flipped. Because Deshawn definitely did think about it. He had to have. Because given how he and Shan kind of attempted to mend fences at the beginning of the episode, though it clearly didn't work, it shows that he is willing to think about it, right? But even then, the logic for getting rid of Liana just... I don't know, there was a missing element. And the whole idea of Evie trying to save herself, I'm just like, how long can this go on? I'm sure I've been thinking the same thing about Xander and his situation, given how much he's just flipping back and forward between having some potential, oh, you made a bad move, dude, to just, huh? Like, what is it with this guy? It's crazy. Yeah. Right. Erica getting more of a voice, I'm glad about that because, as I said, she's the only person that I didn't like, but that's just because there hasn't been much to her, and unfortunately, we're still kind of in that position. Like, there's nothing, oh my god, bad about her, but I don't know. Alright. Although, once again, someone that had been talked about getting the boot before Immunity is won takes it. So, And I really wonder what Shan would have done if Erica had been safe. That would have been interesting. Ricard's ear bit, overshadowed because of a lot of other things in the episode, though it is nice that we still learn about trivial things that, these people are involved with, but unfortunately, given how much the nature of the show has changed, I'm starting to think that it's a little bit out of place. Because everything's too rushed, both in terms of what they're trying to put in an episode, and then number of days now, especially since they're still keeping too many people, because, well, because they got rid of 2 people, it's a little better, but still, though, it's going to be a little tricky, because they're 17 days down, so they got 8 days left, and they got to get rid of 5 people, but they've got day 37, day 38, oh yeah, and then there's day 36, so, okay, with this, they actually kind of have solved the problem, but, yeah, we'll have to see what happens with these, short season bits, because Jeff mentioned there's a very likely possibility that they might keep it this way. I don't know. Yes, I did say that Survivor South Africa made it work, but they were a new show then, and they did a better job of putting, getting the edit to be better, if you ask me. Not to say that there weren't other problems with the show, but the edit wasn't one of them. Fun, I have one other thing to mention, but I've lost it. Well, I guess I haven't fully discussed Evie going. It's a little bit of a bummer, but, given how much these people, they all have to work, and how a lot of them are playing this game, come on, we're gonna lose major characters here, and people felt that way about other people leaving earlier, right. Okay, I think that about sums it up. See ya.